From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, January the 21st, 2026. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will join the Board of Peace that will oversee the implementation of U.S. President Donald Trump's peace plan in Gaza. The Prime Minister's office said today that Netanyahu has announced that he accepts the invitation of President Trump and will become a member of the Board of Peace, which is to be comprised of world leaders. Israel now joins other countries who have also accepted the invitation, including Argentina, Azerbaijan, Bahrain, Belarus, Hungary, Kazakhstan, Kosovo, Morocco, and Vietnam. And later today, 8 Muslim countries jointly announced that they would join the board: Pakistan, Egypt, Jordan, the United Arab Emirates, Indonesia, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. The Times of Israel reports that Trump today, speaking to reporters on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, said that some of the countries will need parliamentary approval before sitting on the board. Earlier from Davos, Trump spoke about Gaza and terror group Hamas's obligation to disarm, which they are committed to do under the ceasefire agreement.
That's what they agreed to. They've got to do it. And we're going to know, Jared, over the next 2 or 3 days, certainly over the next 3 weeks, whether or not they're going to do it. If they don't do it, they'll be blown away very quickly.
Turning now to New York, where swastikas were found spray painted in red on a playground in Brooklyn. The local community board posted photos from the scene in Gravesend Park, adjacent to Borough Park, with local law enforcement and the volunteer safety organization Borough Park Shomrim, and said that the New York Police Department's hate crimes unit is investigating. The Anti-Defamation League of New York and New Jersey said they were disgusted at this display of anti-Semitism in Borough Park, home to tens of thousands of Jewish New Yorkers and thousands of Holocaust survivors, and that they have connected with law enforcement and with Shomrim. The World Jewish Congress is asking the public to once again take part in the We Remember campaign for International Holocaust Remembrance Day, which is coming up on January the 27th. Writing for 10 years, it has united Jewish communities, governments, civil society, and global institutions around a simple but powerful message that preserving the memory of the tragic history of the Holocaust is a vital safeguard against the increasingly complex and dangerous challenges we face today, asking the public to share messages of remembrance using the hashtag #WeRemember, amplify the importance of Holocaust education, and share the stories and testimonies of survivors. A new intergenerational program, United Hatzallah's Leight Legacy Heroes, was featured at the recent United Hatzalah Miami Gala. Created by Dr. Lynn and Paul Leight of Miami, the Leight Legacy Heroes program teaches kids and teens leadership and philanthropy, all through the life-saving lens of United Hatzalah, Israel's largest all-volunteer emergency medical service.
I want to let you know that for Paul and for me, this whole room is our mishpacha. Look around. Every person at every table is related. God preserves us to this time in our life. What better thing can we do than to sustain this organization? We have this opportunity to keep Hatzalah alive. God knows we need every one of you to contribute and make this next generation one in which our children are stepping into our shoes.
Through this program, children raise $180 for a medic's oxygen tank in Israel, directly helping to save lives. To learn how your children and grandchildren can get involved, visit Leight Legacy Heroes at israelrescue.org/heroes. Well, Israel has its representative to this year's Eurovision. He is 27-year-old Noam Betan, who won HaKochav Haba, the Rising Star reality competition show last night, meaning he will be heading to Vienna in May to compete for Israel on the international stage in the song competition. When asked by Israel's Kan Gimel radio about those who called for Israel to be banned from the Eurovision and the negativity he may very well face at the song contest, Bitan said he was well aware. Bitan said this morning, "It's entering the lion's den. But I can say that seeing those few Israeli flags in the audience, look at that and know that there's a whole nation behind you and you are their voice, it's truly a privilege." The song that will be chosen for Bitan to sing at the Eurovision will be revealed in March. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Wednesday, January the 21st. At 7 o'clock, David Harris speaks with Avi Jorisch, CEO and co-founder of the Israel Economic Forum, whose work advances Israel's global economic standing and connectivity. At 7:30, Hersh Goldberg Polin and John Polin, the parents of slain hostage Hersh Goldberg Polin, join Ambassador Daniel Taub in conversation at an evening marking the 5th yahrzeit of Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks, with remarks from his daughter Gila Sacks. At 9, it's part 2 of Mordechai Kedar on L'chaim. At 10, it's Good Week Israel. At 10:30, an encore of the news, and coming up next, it's Thinking Out Loud. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, January the 21st, 2026. I'm Teisha Bader. Am Yisrael Chai.